Peace, y'all. Okay, welcome to African Tarot Stories. Today, our ancestor is Marcus Garvey, right? Okay, prophet of Rastafari, first prophet of Rastafari from Jamaica, brought to us this idea of black nationalism, was inspired by Booker, let me get it right, Booker T. Washington. And see, he went to my college. Ayo. Booker T. Washington, because Booker T. Washington was creating his own schools and stuff like that. So definitely inspired by him as well. And just absolutely inspirational to anybody who's about the movement, who's about Pan-Africa. And for anyone who doesn't know, Pan-Africa is anyone who's from African descent. It doesn't matter if you're Caribbean, it doesn't matter if you're African, it doesn't matter if you're black in London or black in America. If you have African descent, then you are part of Pan-Africa. That's what the flag is about. That's what it's about, uniting all of us together for the same cause, for empowerment and for unity. Yes, I'm all about it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So just absolutely beautiful that we get to recognize Marcus Garvey today. So Ashe to Marcus Garvey. Now, what I thought was absolutely amazing was how I did not learn about this in history, which blows my mind. His ship, I want to call it, let me look at my notes real quick, y'all. The black, we want to get it right. Let's see. Yeah, the Black Star Line. So Marcus Garvey actually made a ship to take African Americans back to Africa, and it was called the Black Star Line. So it wasn't able to get off the ground. In the documentary, they said that, Marcus Garvey was a visionary, he was a leader, but not necessarily great with business skills. I take that with a grain of salt because I just find it kind of weird that he created a ship to take African Americans. And even if you don't want to live in Africa, just traveling alone is absolutely amazing. And just a trip to Africa, which would have been all people of color, is absolutely just beautiful to me. And the fact that he was put to jail for 5 years right before it was about to hit sail, of course I find that a little weird. But the reason, I got it written down, the reason they said that it was going to be that he was put into jail is because he solicited funds from investors for stock options through the mail, which sent him to jail for 5 years. And then he was deported after his jail time, and he ended up dying in London. So on the card, we actually have him here getting arrested, which goes with the Five of Swords theme of victory, but not necessarily having the satisfaction of victory. And I think that our story today is going to get more into that energy of that feeling of having victory, of being right, but not necessarily feeling the satisfaction from it. So long, long, long ago, the lion and the leopard sat in the bush and had a conversation about strength. The lion said that he was the strongest in the jungle and that he could overcome any animals because none of the animals had his strength. But there was one animal that he feared the most. This animal had 2 legs and carried something on his shoulder that created fire. This terrified the lion. Now the leopard was listening and said, "Oh, that animal with 2 legs that carry a stick that creates fire? I'm not scared of him. I catch him all the time." The lion said that he couldn't believe the leopard. Was the leopard stronger than him? So they sat for a while, and the leopard said, "Watch this." As a hunter came by, he said, "I'm gonna catch that hunter." So he proceeds to catch the hunter. But the hunter saw him, and the hunter turned around, swung his axe, and killed the leopard right on spot. The lion hopped up into a leafy green tree and watched as the hunter roasted the leopard and began to eat him. "Oh," said the lion, "this is not good." and he ran back into the bushes, even more terrified than before. And so they say that the reason lions are still scared of hunters today is because of the hunter catching the leopard. Luckily for us, or else all of mankind would be eaten by leopards and lions. So it's said by this story. Now, Five of Swords, right? The energy of this card. Go back to the conversation between the leopard and the lion. The lion said to the leopard, but you are not stronger than I, or are you, right? So the lion is right in this situation. The leopard was wrong. The lion won this argument. But it didn't feel good to win this argument. He lost his friend. So yeah, he's still the strongest. Yeah, he was right about being terrified of the hunter. But being right doesn't necessarily give you the satisfaction that you want. And being victorious doesn't necessarily give you the satisfaction that you want. Even Marcus Garvey, we can definitely say that Marcus Garvey's ideals and thoughts were and are victorious. For it to reach to my generation, and I know there's so many other people who follow me who definitely give more honor to Marcus Garvey than maybe I do in my day-to-day life, but you know, his impact does have a huge effect on us. You know, I'm all for Black nationalism. So, you know, definitely, I'm just so thankful to even see his story through this card and to now know the treatment that he got, despite all the leadership and all the beauty that he has given Black people. It's unfortunate and liberating at the same time. So I shaded Marcus Garvey. Beautiful story. Just a dope way to capture this energy when you win something and it doesn't do anything for you. It's kind of like having money and having nobody, you can't share it with anyone. You know, what's having stuff without sharing it and having those relationships around. I think you guys get the point. So until next time, Five of Swords.